Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the channel. My name is Craig. As you guys know, and you can probably hear, I'm still congested. I am getting better though, so I did want to get a quick video out today. We're going to talk about Bitcoin price, where it's going, where I think it's heading, and I'm going to show you that Elliott wave count that we've been watching and what price point will that be invalidated if it does get there. We'll talk about that, so make sure you stick around for the whole video. Also guys, before we begin, make sure you take 1 second out, smash that like button. Also, throughout the video, leave your comments, let me know what you think is happening, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can do that by clicking this CS right here. And let's get into it. You can check out my sponsors also. All these guys, BitUnix, PrimeXBT, Weeks, and Blowfin, help support the channel by using those exchanges. Links are all down below. Let's get into it, guys. So let's take a look at what's going on in the markets right now. Dow Jones up 44 points, S&P down 8 points, NASDAQ down 94 points. Guys, this isn't a market anymore, in my opinion. This is a game. People with money are playing the game, taking money from people that don't have a lot of money, but they get everybody excited to get into the markets with everything going up. Everything's inflated. People are looking any which way to make some money, and the market looks pretty good to most people because it's gone up so high. We're going to take a look at everything, but right now, so November payroll, or November's private payrolls, unexpectedly fell by 32,000, led by steep small business job cuts. Imagine that. So the markets aren't in reality, in my opinion. They're totally in their own world. You know, it's not following the economy. Once it looks at the real economy, what's going to happen to the market is going to be devastating to many people. I've been talking about this for years, and I think decades, not just a correction, I think decades of profits are going to be wiped out of the markets because the big boys are going to take their profits, and it's just going to crush the markets. That's my opinion. Let me know yours below. But the awesome thing is, during this volatility, sorry, you can make a ton of money trading, guys. And if you like to trade regular markets and crypto, PrimeXBT is the one. You can do everything all from one exchange. All right. Macy's posts strongest growth in more than 3 years, but strikes cautious note on the holidays. So a lot of these companies, yes, their profits look way huge, way bigger than before, but inflation, remember, prices have gone up on everything. So if, say they made 50 bucks off of this product 5 years ago, now they're making 100. The profits look like more, but you can buy actually less with that $100 than you could have that $50 back then. So that's just something to keep in mind here. It's kind of just a false sense of markets going up, right, with inflation. Let's see, the trade in silver has gone parabolic. What hasn't gone parabolic? Everything's gone parabolic, right? So before we get into Bitcoin, since I read that about the parabolic, let's take a look at this. S&P, if that isn't parabolic, I don't know what the hell is parabolic, right? NASDAQ, if that isn't parabolic, I don't know what is parabolic. Dow Jones, if that isn't parabolic, I don't know what is. But as you guys know, I've been looking at this as an ending fifth wave diagonal right here. Let's take a closer look at what the top looked like back here in the 2007, right? I know a lot of people are more into the S&P and everything else. I like the Dow Jones. It is the oldest fund that really people are tracking, right? So anyways, look at this candle right here. That signified the major top. And this is the monthly, right? You had a longer wick on the bottom, shorter wick on the top, next to a green candle. Then what you had was this red candle that was not even able to get above the body. Not saying that it's going to be exactly like that this time, but let's take a look at what's going on now. Let's see. What does this top candle look like on the Dow up? Same type thing, guys, right? Longer wick on the bottom, short wick on the top, like a doji, but not a doji. You had a green candle before. Look at this gap in between these guys. That's a pretty high pressure gap I think we're going to see some more red, a lot more red. And if this was the top, remember guys, Bitcoin 4-year cycle. People aren't talking about that now. It's like it doesn't matter anymore because it's in the stock markets. Be cautious. If the 4-year cycle is intact, yes, Bitcoin could rally into the end of the year. But also, if the 4-year cycle is intact, it has already topped. If we look at the past, right? Let's go into this chart here. We look at the past, right? We're going to look at this one first. So here was the top. This was in December. This was on December 11th, 2017, right? Where was this top here? This top here was November 21st, right? So this top was in October 25th. So we had a December, a November. Could this be the October top? And we are in a bear market. There's a good possibility. But again, we could rally all the way back up here. But I do think this is over, guys. Again, December top, November top, whoops, November top, and October top. October, November, December. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but a lot of this stuff happens like this. Now, let's take a look at some bullish things. So if we look at this on the weekly, we look at these lows here. You have a lower low. You have a higher low up at the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence. But it doesn't mean anything yet. Let's close this weekly and see what happens. This could really drop down all the way to this 200 EMA or the 0.5 fib at 71. So between 68 and 71 is where I see the next major support. But I'm going to show you why we could actually get up and retest this 236 level again. If we go over to this, right? Our measured move on this gets us all the way down to 44,000 for the break here. That will be invalidated if it gets back above this blue trend line on the bottom, right? But right now, like I said, we could rally in the next week or two and get up to this 100,000, 100,000, 300 area-ish, right? That would be the 0.5 fib. Also line up at the bottom of this for retest and then our continuation down. We'll see what happens. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. Make sure you guys join our free Discord. The link is down below. Scroll through. In the description of the video, you'll see the exchange links where you get huge bonuses if you use them. You'll see the free Discord, and you'll see my X account where you can follow me on X. The Discord link should work now for those of you that have been trying and saying it hasn't worked. I think we got it figured out. So let me know if you try it and it doesn't work, because there's people coming in and it is working for, but then there's others that say it doesn't. So let me know after you tried if you got it or not. But anyways, this is what I'm looking for currently. This is going to be big. If we do get back up past this 94.1, 94.2, chances are we're going to come up and retest this 100,000 level, which would make sense. Let's see this. Let me put this down to the hourly. This is what we were watching. I threw this out on our trade group, which is in the Discord. Once you get in the Discord, ask them how to join the trade group. They'll let you know. It's totally free right now. It is going to be charged at some point, but right now it is still totally free. So this was just a measured move, right, of this breaking this triangle here. We had a measure move of 93.4. It did go higher. Obviously, it went to 94, but nevertheless, we had this area as what we were watching for. Same thing here, guys. It looks like we might get a little higher, because if we go from these lows here, right, we're getting higher lows in the price action, yet we're getting lower lows in the RSI. That's hidden bearish divergence. So, or hidden bullish divergence, I'm sorry. So keep an eye on that there. Although this it has to get above that 94 for it to confirm higher. This is what I drew out yesterday, and I still think this is a good possibility. Now let's look at that wave count, right? So I think this was wave 1, wave 2, big wave 3. We've had this drawn out forever, although I thought this was going to be a smaller wave 4 and come down. But this may be wave 4 that we're making right here, right? And then we'll have our wave 5 down after that. So the invalidation point, right? I talked about the invalidation point. I'm going to put a trend line. This would be the invalidation point of this count. If we got above this level here, which is around 103.5. If we break above that, then this isn't a wave 4. We're forming something else there, and then we will look for what trade is going to be in that. So that's what I'm watching as of right now. I'm still in my trade. If you want to see where that's at, join the trade group. It's totally free down below. But also, real quick, before I let you guys go, I want to take a look at this. Right here, you have your higher high, right? Right here, you have your lower high. That is bearish divergence. This thing could be turning around in a big way here. I'm looking for, let's see where that fifth wave might go before I get out of here. So we're going to take our Fibonacci extension, right? We're going to go from the bottom of wave 1 right here. And I'm going to put this way over here so you guys can see it. To the top of wave 2, right? And then we're going to go down to the bottom of, oh, shoot. That's not how I do it. I'm sorry. We're going to go from 2 with our Fibonacci extension to the bottom here. If this was the bottom of wave 3, right? And then up to the top of wave 4. Let's say it topped here. Then these are the areas I would look for your wave 5 to end. And these will be where my take profits will be. Let's put a price label on each one of these. So we got the 0.5 fib, right? 75.9. Then we have golden pocket, approximately 71.2. And then we had the 0.786. And then, of course, the lower you go, it could go lower, right? So if that is the end of wave 4 here and we are going down to 5, these are your target areas for wave 5. It has to go lower than wave 3 over here, right? Then once that is done, I'm sure we're going to have a rally at one of these points. So it may be a good spot to look for long. We'll be keeping a close eye on the RSI and where this bottoms. If this plays out like this, remember, if we break this 103,500 range, then it's invalidated. But if this is the case, we should get down and make a lower low here, right? And then get our bounce. And this being all a wave 1, and then we will form some sort of wave 2 here. And then a wave 3 down to go to our lower targets, if that's the case, and traditional markets have topped also, which I believe there's a good possibility. Of course, these things could keep rallying on fake news, fake everything, but eventually reality will hit these markets, and it's gonna be ugly. Don't get caught up in it. Be careful, be cautious. None of this is financial advice. All of this is my opinion. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next